Hello again, everyone, and welcome to One-on-One. I'm Martin Falls. Well, on this program, you notice I have a diverse group of people that have appeared. Our guest today, you've seen him everywhere. He does a little bit of everything. Jackie Clement. So I wanted Jackie on One-on-One to talk about all the things that he's been involved in and the fact that he's just a good guy. After the break, Jackie Clement on One-on-One. One-on-One is brought to you by the Law Office of Waits and Downer. And welcome back to One-on-One. As promised, Jackie Clement is our guest today. And Jackie, good to see you.
How you doing, Martin?
It's funny because when I told Joni to give you a call, I wanted Jackie on One-on-One. Mm-hmm. And she goes, what did Jackie do? Well, Jackie did a little bit of everything. I mean, Jackie was involved in, all kind of charity events, cooking for everybody, Mardi Gras, work-related activities. So I've been knowing you for a long time. Yeah. Me and you used to hang out in the den doing work. Me, you, and Falcon.
That's right.
Used to be moving the floats and all kind of things. So I told him, I said, look, I don't know exactly where I met Jackie, probably through Mardi Gras, but he's everywhere. So we need to do a one-on-one with Jackie. But it's good to see you. But for the early days, where were you born? Take us back to those days and paint an early picture for me.
Well, I was born at Baptist Hospital, October 1949, and Mom and Daddy moved to Houma. Went to kindergarten at Miss Cynthia DePlantis' house on Gold Avenue, St. Francis Elementary up to 7th grade, 8th and 9th at the boys' school. Mm-hmm. 10th grade at Houma Central Catholic High, the first day it opened up, and graduated in 68 from Vanderbilt. Went to Nichols for one semester, then I was able to get into the Air Force Reserves, spent 6 years in that. Had 31 years with Texaco.
Yeah.
And I retired 1 month before Chevron took over.
Really?
That was 2001, right.
Did you take an early retirement package? Did they have them in those days?
They had a very good package, so I took advantage of the package. Then had enough of the oil field.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, I did a lot of volunteer cooking.
Yeah.
So I started a little jambalaya business. I called it Jackie's Jambalaya, on-site catering, mostly jambalaya, fried fish, and white beans.
Yeah.
And it took off. We had a good run.
You've always been a people person. Mm-hmm. So meeting people is not hard for you. You have a diverse group of friends that you hang out with, but you always wanted pretty even-keeled, laid back, just like to have a little fun and do different things. And what was it like in your childhood? Where'd you get that personality? Was it from your mom? Was it from your dad? Or who'd you develop it from?
Oh, I believe it's from my mama. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's from my mother. She wasn't from here. She was from Chicago, but she lived with my aunt in New Orleans. That's how she got her education. She loved Mardi Gras. She would like to have fun, too, you know. Daddy was kind of laid back.
Yeah.
But I guess that's how I got involved with Mardi Gras, through my mother.
So I guess Renee would have taken after your daddy.
Pretty much, right.
And you take after your mom,
Pretty
right?
much.
Now, how many siblings were in the family?
Yeah, I had one sister, older than Renee and I, but she passed away around 6 months.
Okay.
You know, back in the day, they didn't have all the knowledge they have now, you know.
Yeah, all that sophisticated medical thing. So what was it like in the early days? Describe Houma to me.
We grew up until around 12 years old at 153 Columbus Street.
Okay.
And we had a Leveron Street Park.
Right.
Duplex house. Little shotgun house, more or less, but it's a duplex. Leveron Street Park, we walked over there, we rode our bicycle over there, no issues, you know, walked to Main Street. Did all our shopping from Lafayette to Barrett Street, from Leewalds to DuPont's, you know.
Yeah.
You could buy your stuff then, gift wrap for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're sitting in DuPont's now, so kind of nostalgic, isn't it?
Right. And we always stopped at Mr. George Sadie. He always had a lot to say. And across the street, Mr. Fake.
Yeah.
We had Earl Williams. You had to go talk to the girls, you know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was fun. It was nice.
Those were some good times,
Yeah,
weren't
sure
they?
was. Didn't have to worry about locking your doors or anything, or keep your bicycle outside. No one would steal it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to worry about forgetting your cell phone, right?
No, we didn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
I really didn't have a cell phone until I retired.
Really?
Yeah. I had one in my last year through Texaco, but I didn't have my personal one until I retired.
Did you grow up in the era of party lines where you had more than one person on the line?
Not in
when you
Houma,
picked it
no.
up?
No, we had one. Yeah, we had one.
Well, then y'all were doing well
Yeah.
because a lot of areas still have party lines.
Yeah, down the bayous they had it, but no, not on Columbus Street.
All right.
Yeah.
And what was Columbus Street like? And you were in that era of Harold Haydell and all that on.
Harold lived further back than we did. Yeah. I mean, it was great, you know. I mean, we had our group of friends, and like I said, Leveron Street Park, that's what we had.
Yeah. Who were some of the people in that group you hung around with?
Well, Danny Babin lived on Leveron Street. He was right behind us, and they had the Marcella girls, the Nishes, Warren Porsche.
Yeah. Harold and Miss Mary lived down that area too, right?
Yeah, right close to the park.
So y'all weren't venturing off the street.
No, we stayed pretty close. Then my grandfather had his business on Main Street, Rene the Tender.
Right. That was your grandfather?
Yeah, Rene was my grandfather.
I didn't know that.
But my uncle Warren Sr., he ran it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we could walk to the shop, walk to Papa's shop. We always called it Papa's shop.
Well, they did some great work
Yeah.
over there.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
How'd you meet your wife?
Well, I was double dating with someone, and this other person had a date with Pat, and I had a date with someone else, and we just clicked, I guess. We just clicked. August the 31st, 1971. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, don't forget the anniversary date.
Yeah.
She'll be calling me wanting equal time.
That's okay.
I see y'all together quite a bit, and I see y'all so family oriented. And of course, she comes from a very family oriented group, and you do all as well. So it continues, right?
That's right. We close our family.
What did y'all do when y'all went out on dates?
Go to Curly's or someplace like that. The
Curly's was around?
was open, yeah.
Okay. Where was it located? Downtown?
Pettigrew Hotel.
Yeah.
Right down the street. Yeah, that was a good place to go to. And
Right.
we used to go to L&A, Old Sea Breeze. They had dances there. And
Right.
every now and then we would venture off to Thibodeau to go to the Tiki Club or someplace.
Or the Rebel Club.
The Rebel Club, or sneak off to New Orleans.
Those were fun days, weren't
It was
they?
fun. Yeah, it was fun.
It was innocent fun.
Yeah. Well, we had little problems every now and then, but it was fun.
Problems were settled in the park
Right?
or in the parking
That's it.
lot.
And walk away.
Most of the people that tell me they got in fights became friends with the ones they got
That's
in a
right.
fight with.
Yep. I didn't get in too many of them, but I got in a couple of them.
Yeah, but you were pretty easy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
You were like that your whole life.
That's right.
So talk about, you went to the first Central, was it Central Catholic, Vanderbilt? What was the?
Houma Central Catholic.
Houma Central Catholic. So that was your 10th grade year.
10th grade, right.
What was it like going to a school that had just been built?
Wow, especially coming from the boys' school, you know. We thought we was in the Taj Mahal. But looking out the classroom, the only thing you saw was cane field. Tunnel Boulevard wasn't there. You know, Martin Luther King, Tunnel Boulevard wasn't there then. It was just two-lane Hollywood Road.
That's true, because I want to say that Tunnel Boulevard was developed in the early 70s, right? They started cutting through, because we went to day camp at Vanderbilt. They were just cutting through all the woods.
And I can remember some of the older people said, why put a school so far out of town? You know,
Really?
think about it. That's all they had over there was Vanderbilt or Houma Central Catholic High.
They had room to grow, too.
They had a lot of room to grow, they thought,
But if Brother Bernard would have patented the weed eater that he invented,
Oh, it'd have been something else.
we would 10 city blocks.
That's it.
But he didn't patented, and a few years later the weed eater came
That's
out.
right. That's right.
And it's all history now.
Right.
You said Texaco for 31 years?
Right.
What did you do there? Bring me through it and explain in detail what your job was.
Well, I went to Nichols, and I didn't do too well. And my dad had 44 years with Texaco. So I hired on, I was a roustabout. We was making $3.49.5 an hour. I'd paid 11 hours a day, and they took out $1 a day for room and board. Then I was able to go on the drilling rigs for an extra hour and a little bit more money, so I was 12 hours a day. And then I had a little injury, and I worked in the office for about a year as a drilling clerk. And I worked as a mud engineer. Mm-hmm. Then my last year with Texaco, I worked in Houston. Texaco implemented a software package called SAP. And I traveled just about every district they had, every division that Texaco had. And then project was over with, and I went back to Cocodrie, where my office was. And then the merger came about, and I had the opportunity to retire. I got a nice package.
Mm-hmm. I used to hear them referred to as the old Texaco hands.
Yeah.
That's how it was described. Texaco was a place of pride back then. It was a pretty big company, but if you worked for Texaco, a lot of people bragged about it.
Well, I did. I'm 21 years old. I'm working with some 30-year-old men,
Yeah.
Yeah, fast forward 31 years and good benefits. Yeah.
Did you fit in well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When did you know that you were a pretty good cook?
Well, I don't know if I'm a pretty good cook or not, but
you're a good cook.
I started to volunteer at the at South Dam Museum, and a little bit with Houma also. I remember the fish fries at the general membership meeting, helping the guys out. South Dam Museum, I think your dad was there, Dr. Alan Ellender and Mr. Prosper Toops, and just started to help those guys out. And Vanderbilt Autumn Festival came about.
Yeah.
And I did ribeye steaks for many years, many years.
But you did chicken barbecue.
We did the barbecue chicken at St. Francis.
KC, home.
And I'm still doing the French fries for the holiday bazaar at St. Francis for the little kids. Wow. I'm still doing that.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm.
I can remember Daddy's job when we used to cook the chicken. Of course, you were a little older, so you were out there cooking. Mm-hmm. And I had just been able to afford a pit that we'd pull with our vehicle. And so we all having fun, having a few cocktails, cooking chicken. And Daddy's job would go around, he would take that bone, and if it popped off easy, it was good to go.
And clear juices.
But when he got to us, and he twisted it, he said, keep it on the pit.
Yeah.
So there was a little method to the madness, wasn't there?
Yeah. That's how you learn. You learn from those old guys. Mr. Carol Toops.
Yeah. Who came across as a drill sergeant. Yeah. But when you really get to know him.
Well, he was a captain in I think the National Guard.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, that was his demeanor.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was pretty tough.
I remember he used to get the ribeye steaks in the loaf, and he made his own mitre box. And back in the cafeteria at Vanderbilt, he would trim them up, and he would save the little ends for us. And it was like 3/4 inches on wood mitre box. Wow. And listen, you couldn't get a toothpick out of that commissary room. You had to sign everything.
Yeah.
But you look at it now, and that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
There's no waste.
Certainly some good time. Name some of the events that you have cooked for. I mean, I can think right off the top of my head, St. Francis, Mardi Gras, LSU.
Did a lot at LSU.
Yeah, you did a lot of the golf tournaments when they come in with all the celebrities.
Yeah, that was through the Bayou Bingo Booster Club, and Eddie Pilar was
Yeah.
in charge of that. And yeah, we did that for many years. And I was fortunate. I did 5 pre-games. When I first started, I did 5 pre-games for Tiger Athletic Foundation, and that was pretty nerve-wracking, but we made it through. They would do 3 ESPN game days, cooking for the crew. You know, I traveled 13 states cooking. And it's just fun. I still do the State Police Grant-A-Wish every year. We do the Rotary Foundation,
Right.
which is really, really a good foundation.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
What it is, Fritz and Rotary has a grandson that's special needs.
Right, yeah.
And they started the foundation to establish a classroom at St. Francis for special need children in a faith-based environment. Started about 4 years ago. 3 graduated, went on to Vanderbilt and Project Hope.
Right.
And they're hoping this year to be able to get 6 students. There's a long list, and there's a need for it.
Wow. And that's an incredible program because
It is.
I'm familiar because one of my friends, Brian Molazon and Catherine,
Right.
have a special needs kid, Matthew, who you met
Matthew,
through
I know
Mardi Gras.
Matthew, yeah.
And they had a tremendous program in Lafayette.
Yeah.
And I know when we aired that on HTV one day, the interest grew quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's a great.
It's a great program.
program.
You know, it's a great program.
So you've got to meet a lot of people, and these LSU events. Who's some of the big stars that you saw right in your proximity? Because I know you've been around quite a few.
Oh, Lord. Billy Cannon, Shaq.
Yeah.
All the coaches, you know, we used to go up there during off season, cook for all the coaches, the 6-man club.
Yeah.
I guess the best one with all the stars, we used to do the golf tournament before the spring game, and it was LSU football alumni.
Right.
And you didn't recognize the guys, but you sure recognize their names, you know. Yeah.
I remember Don Schwab. I was there filming, and Don took off running. Everybody said, "Where's Don going?" He said, "He's going to run down Jimmy Taylor. He loves Jimmy Taylor."
Yeah.
That goes to show you, Don Schwab, who was a great LSU running back, is running to go see Jimmy Taylor.
You know, Jimmy would call me every year, right around November, and I would go bring him a 5-pound box of shrimp. I would go to his house, and that was something. He lived in a nice home, but no mansion.
Yeah.
But to go in his dining room, his trophy room, to see all the awards that he had, it was unbelievable. He was just a humble guy, just a
Right.
really, really great guy.
Wow.
Charlie Mack came down to Houma before, and that was pretty good. I rode around the golf court with him after we finished cooking, and he wanted to go visit all the teams and just sit down and talk to guys like that. You know. Nick Saban.
Yeah.
For all of your cases, including those with catastrophic significance, call Waits and Downer Law Firm. This one-on-one program has been brought to you by the law offices of Waits and Downer.